Cheap Not Broke fam, thank you for tuning back into the channel. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Each and every subscription helps. Hit that button. Cheap Not Broke fam, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Thursday. It's Travel Thursday with Cheap Not Broke. And we're talking about where can you go and do you need a travel agent? Do you need to pay somebody to take you somewhere? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But we're going to get into all that tonight. If it's your first time here, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 20,000 subscribers. We are at 1,397. 3 more to 1,400. Each and every 100 subscribers, we're going to celebrate like it's 20,000, okay? It's important to me. It's important to you. It's important to us. Keep growing the channel, so thank you all for tuning in. And, yep, let's get on to it. So, what I want to talk about tonight. Travel agent. Do you need to pay somebody to help you travel? Do you need to pay somebody to get you where you want to go? Do you need to do that? Is it necessary? Well, I'm going to say sometimes yes. Now, being cheap, not broke, you would think, oh, cheap, not broke. They're not going to pay anybody to travel. Let me tell you something. When you go somewhere and you don't know something, it will cost you. What you don't know will cost you. What they say, what you don't know won't hurt you. What you don't know will cost you. It may not hurt. It's going to hurt your pockets. Sometimes you got to know. And sometimes when you go some places, you got to pay somebody. Now me, have I paid anybody to plan a whole trip for me? No, I have not. But I have paid some people when I got to where I'm going. You go on the excursion. You pay the people to come pick you up. They take you out there. They set everything up. You do what you do. You have lunch, and you come on back home, and they drop you back off at the hotel. Could you imagine having to drive out to some of these places, use a GPS, get there late? I'd rather not, because you don't know how long it's going to take, and you don't know what it takes to get there. So I would prefer not to do that. So when it comes to those excursions, I always pay somebody to take me where the hell I'm going. But we got a list of places tonight. A list of places tonight where you might need a travel agent. Because I thought, well, I never paid a travel agent. Would I need a travel agent to do some of this stuff? And I looked at some places. I'm like, hell yeah, you will need a travel agent. Some places you need help. You're going to need the help to get there, to get to where you got to go. So I got a couple places lined up for you. But before we get into it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Have you been a place where you needed a travel agent or where you needed some help? Because sometimes if you're an experienced traveler, oh, I've been there. I don't need nobody to do this for me. I've done this 1,000 times. Well, sometimes you need it. Where did I need it? Where did I have to need some help? Costa Rica. Not a bad idea. Now, I had to do a lot of research. Costa Rica is not a place you just go. Oh, no. Costa Rica, you're going to do some research because you got to rent a car. You got to drive. If you don't do any research about that, you're not going to know. Or you might have to pay somebody to drive you out to the beach, and that's a couple hours, and that's going to cost you a few dollars. So let's get into it. Let's check out a couple places. I got 3 places in particular that we're going to look at, but I got a whole list we're going to talk about tonight. So take a look at this. Bali and Morocco. Finland, Bali, and Morocco. That's where we're heading tonight. That's where we're going to go. Now, I look we always do our research on Cheap Not Broke. That's how you save the money. If you don't do no research, you can't save no money. You got to know what the heck you're getting into, and you got to know what you're paying for. So I said, well, when would one need a travel agent? When would one need a travel agent? Well, one needs a travel agent when you're going some places that are pretty remote. You got some pretty remote places out there. That's what I thought. But in particular, let's say you're going for a wedding and you got a destination wedding. You're gonna need somebody to help you set that up. Now, are you gonna hire a travel agent? No, but you're probably gonna hire somebody that knows everybody. It would be very difficult to, let's say you have a wedding in Mexico, wherever, Panama, wherever the case, and you have to call everybody individually. You don't speak the language. No, you rather have somebody that you can communicate with that does all that for you. That's one. A luxury vacation or exotic vacation. Let's be honest. You get a couple $1 million, you are no longer planning your own trips. You're not doing it. You're not going to do it no more. You're not, because you got the money. I can pay whatever it costs to go. Hey, you're going to call somebody, they're going to set it up, and they're going to let you go do it. Here's why. Because if you're a rich person, you're not about to do regular stuff. You're not going to be walking, like in Las Vegas, you're not walking on the streets. You're not going to the casinos and hanging out with everybody going. You're not doing all that. You're going to do rich people stuff, which I don't know what that is. I'm not a rich person yet. You're not a rich person yet, but we are on the way. But when we figure that stuff out, we're going to have a whole new team doing all this. And it's going to be a whole nother experience. Every place you go to and been, go back with a few $1 million. Whole nother experience. Cruises. Now, I went on my first cruise back in April. Great experience. But we went for a wedding, and we went with some experienced cruisers. We want some experienced cruisers. But if you don't have no experience on the cruise, they're going to get all your money. Oh, man. You might want to call somebody to help you set it up for that. Multiple travel destinations. Depends on where you're going. Group travel. Yes. Because you don't want to be that person trying to do all that. Trying to book everything. That's a lot of work. It's tough. Call a travel agent. And last but not least, travel to remote and less accessible destinations. One place I want to go to is Easter Island. I'll pull that up in a second. Easter Island is off the coast of Chile. A little small island. They have these stones, these big headstones out there, kind of like at Stonehenge. I don't know how they got them out there, but it's a real remote place and somewhere I really want to go. Now, travel agent. Who do you call? How do you know when to call? How much you pay them and all that good stuff? Well, I did some research on that. And how much does a travel agent cost? Now, a travel agent usually costs, I didn't know. I thought you just paid maybe a flat fee, or I didn't know how the cost would break it down at all because I never used one. So this is how it works. Travel agent service fees. Flat fee, you can either pay $25 to $100 per person for a basic flight and hotels. So I'm guessing you're paying $25 fee per person, and they get the flight and the hotel for you. That's that. I don't really need you to get my flight and hotel. I can figure that out. I need you to help me figure out what to do while I'm there. For custom itineraries, fees can go up to $200 to $500 depending on complexity. So I can imagine they're making you a custom trip. They're contacting everybody. They're setting this all stuff up, setting all your activities up, setting up your dinners. You're going to pay for that. $200 to $500. I bet that's on the low end. I'm sure people with a lot more money pay more than that. Commission based, some agents earn commissions from airlines, hotels, and cruises. So the client can be minimal. So I guess if you book through certain people, the airline they pay the agent, and then maybe that works for you, right? They pay the agent, you go there. Now, however, I'm pretty sure the cost is raised. You're still going to pay that money. You're not getting out cheaper or anything like that. They're just probably taking some of the pressure off of what you have to pay to the agent. However, they still got you getting on the boat. They still got you coming to the hotel. They still getting your money. Packages. When you get these vacation packages. Now, if you're going to like an all-inclusive, you don't need nobody for that. You can figure that out on your own. Everything's on the website. They tell you everything what to do, how to do it, how to look it all up, and it's easy stuff. Easy pickings. Easy pickings when you're on an all-inclusive. If you haven't been to an all-inclusive resort, I'm telling you, you should go one time. It's a really good time. You get everything once you pay for your hotel, your food and drink is all included. You get to drink all the alcohol you want, all the juice you want. They got activities. They got restaurants. I'm telling you, first time I did an all-inclusive, man, my mind was blown. I was like, man, everything's paid for? We don't pay for anything? They have restaurants. They got like all-day buffet. They got food at night. You can't get all kind of stuff at night. But, you get food 24 hours a day. You can drink 24 hours a day. The bar never closes. The bar is open all night. You probably got to go across the property to get something, but that's fine. It's fine. It's still open. Now, travel agent. Now, how much? Now, when would you think you need one? Because if you're a first-time travel person, you might be like, I need to get a travel agent. Well, I'm going to say, if you're going anywhere in the United States, drop in here, chat. Let me know. If you're going to the United States anywhere, do you think you need a travel agent? I don't think you need a travel agent anywhere in the United States. I don't think there's anywhere you would go in the United States that you need. Maybe if you're going to like South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Idaho, places less travel. But if you're going to the big city, you don't need no travel agent. You can figure it out. You can get on YouTube and figure that stuff out. But some other places, no. Costa Rica, if you're going to go to Costa Rica, you need a travel agent. You need a little help. If you're not an experienced traveler, That's not a place to go for your first time. And you need some help. You really need some help doing that. All right. Now, when to consider a travel agent? When would you get one? Because like I said, if you're cheap, you may not get one at all. But if you're cheap, not broke, you're going to say, do I need to get one? And what am I going to get out of the deal? Is it going to save me some money? When would a travel agent save you some money first off? Well, if you go somewhere and you make some mistakes and you don't know what you're doing, you mess around, miss your flight, or you just don't know what the hell's going on. You might go somewhere really far and miss out on a lot of opportunities and activities because you didn't know what was going on. You didn't get on YouTube and do the research. You lost out. You flew all the way down there, 8-9 hours. You don't know what the hell to do. Flew your ass back home. You ain't do nothing. Now, if you get on YouTube, that could be your travel agent. That's a free travel agent. Or you might call somebody, a travel agent, and they're going to book some stuff for you. They're going to help you figure it out. You're going to pay them a fee. That might be the time to do it. When you lack time, here's when you need one. When you're planning a once-in-a-lifetime trip, I would say if you're going to multiple places, maybe. It depends on what you're doing. It depends on your level of experience. If you lack time or how to organize a trip, yes. If you don't have time, pay somebody. That makes perfect sense. A group travel, probably so. Now, I did a trip with my family to Puerto Rico. Group travel. How was it? It was a good trip. We had a good time. Would I do it again? No, because it was a lot. You got to plan a lot. You got to consider a lot of people. A lot of people traveling. A lot of people are going. Everybody don't do the same thing. You might have some people. I had some cousins who were like 19, 20. They wanted to do something different than, your parents or who their parents are like in their 50s and 60s. So and then you got people in their 30s and 40s. So you got people from 20 to 60. Everybody want to do different things. Definitely at night. Some people want to be out at night. They want to party. Some people want to go home and be in the bed at night. So you got to figure that out. And I didn't like doing all that. That was a lot of work. So next time we're going to do a family cruise because the cruise has everything figured out. Food, drink, activities, lodging, all that. Once we get on the cruise, I'm done. Wash my hands of that. Hey, we on the cruise. Ask them people. Let them help you. I don't know. It's my first time on here. All right. Now, travel agent. Well, I looked up some remote places that you would need to go. I looked up some remote places you would need if you want to go because it's just hard to get to. Now, one of the places I looked up that's not on here was Easter Island, one of the two. But here's another one. You got the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador. Why do you need a travel agent? Complex regulations and limited accommodations require advanced planning. Maldives, luxury water villas over secluded islands can be tricky to navigate without an insider knowledge. And Fiji, Fiji, way out there. Hidden resorts and local experiences often require personalized arrangements. Now, these some places. Maldives is way out there. It's in the middle of the ocean. The Galapagos Islands is the middle of the ocean, and so is Fiji. Fiji is also in the middle of the ocean. Let's look and see where it's at. Let's pull up the map, shall we? Let's pull up the map and see where it's at. Because we can pull up the map. We can see where the hell it's at, and then we can see exactly why you would need a travel agent. Because let's not just say, well, you need a travel agent to get here, and we don't know where the heck we're going, right? That makes sense to me. Google Earth. Where's maps? I want to get to Google Earth so I can pull it up on there. Here we go. We got a nice map right here. Boom. All right, let's take a look at this, shall we? If I can get back. Share my screen. All right, here we go. This is where Fiji is. Fiji is right here. Now, we don't know where it is because it's in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Fiji is off the coast of Australia. So you got to probably fly. You're probably not going to fly there. You probably got to stop somewhere else. Probably got to stop in, who knows? You got to stop somewhere, but you're in the middle of the ocean. United States is here. You got to fly all the way over here. And this is a little bit remote. So, matter of fact, we can look up all these places while we're out here. Did I lose it? Where did Fiji go? There's Fiji. This is Fiji right here. It is in the middle of is this the Indian Ocean? South Pacific Ocean. This is in the middle of the South Pacific Ocean off the coast of Australia, New Zealand. I can imagine flying from the United States. You got to fly to Australia or New Zealand to get here. So, yeah, you're going to need a little help. You're going to need a little help getting out there. You're going to definitely need some help trying to get out there. That's not an easy place to get to. And then next we got the Maldives. Let's take a look at the Maldives and see how far they are. Now, these are places like, you go to relax. There's not a whole lot to do out these places. So you're not going to get a whole ton. Maldives, look at there. Middle of the ocean, once again. Maldives, this is in the middle of the ocean, middle of the Indian Ocean. I had them mixed up. And you're going to probably have to fly to India, south coast of Africa. Whew, this is a hike. This is going to be a hike. I can imagine how long it takes to get out there. It probably take about 2 days to get out there. I'm pretty sure about that. It takes about 2 days to get out there. Have anybody been out to the Maldives? Drop a comment. Let me know if you've been out to the Maldives. Love to hear about your experience out there. But let's see how far it is from Los Angeles. If I had to fly out there, how far would it take me? How long would it take me? Let's see. We probably couldn't connect it. What you mean? LAX. LAX airport. Boom. Nope. I guess it can't give it to me. Oh well. That's fine. But you see where the Maldives is. It's in the excuse me. In the middle of the ocean. You're going to probably have to call somebody to get out there. And look how small it is. It's a bunch of different islands. And it doesn't look like you're going to be island hopping. These islands are far and few in between. Me personally, I'm not really interested in going out there. It don't look like there's a whole lot going on. I'll pass on the Maldives. Now, if you've been out there, let me know. Drop a comment. Love to hear about your experience. But I'm in no rush to go. And then we got the Galapagos Islands off the coast of Ecuador. And bam. Yep. Out there in the middle of the ocean. These are some remote places to get to. And you're going to need somebody. I'm pretty sure you're going to have to fly out there because that boat ride is going to be a long ride. So you're going to have to take a long boat ride to get out there. But like I said, one of these places are very, 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 very not as easy to get to. And you're going to need some help getting there, I can imagine. So if you decide to go to one of these places at any given time, make sure you call somebody and get some help. Make sure you do your research because that's too far. That's way too far to go and not be able to get out there. And it's going to take you a couple of days, like I said. It's going to take you a few days to get out there. So if you decide to go to any one of those places, you're going to have to hire a travel agent. Yeah, you might can do it on your own, but I would definitely call somebody or at least talk to somebody who's been there. You see how far you're going and you see it's in the middle of nowhere. Okay, now other places you would need someplace, a travel agent rather. Antarctica, if you want to go down to Antarctica, Antarctica has cruises. You can take a cruise down there, but you probably don't need no help. But you're probably going to need, you're going to have to figure out what cruise, because they got a lot of different cruises that go down to Antarctica. And I think, don't quote me if I'm wrong, you can only go at a certain time of year because the weather gets, you can imagine what the weather is down there. Weather's really bad, so you can't just go all year. So number one, you got to find out when you can go because you can't just go when you want to go. It's not that kind of place. You want to figure that out. Arctic Circle, way up in North Pole, same thing. Weather's crazy. You can't just get up there. And Patagonia. Patagonia. Oh, where is Patagonia? Let's take a look and see where Patagonia is. I know Patagonia is a remote place as well. Patagonia is in the middle of nowhere. I've never been out there, but plan to go sometime. Patagonia. Patagonia is in. That is not it. I'm looking for Patagonia in. Patagonia, I think it's in Argentina, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere in Argentina, there's Patagonia. I've never been. But anyway, these are some remote places. And these are some places that, like I said, everybody's not going. Your average person is not going to the Maldives. Costs a lot. Galapagos Islands. Nah, it costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time. You got to do a lot of flying. You got to be about that life to go out there. And you got to stay for a while. Not no place you want to go out there for 2, 3 days, 10 minutes. No, you want to probably stay a week, 2 weeks. Okay. Some other places that are a little hard to get to is that Bhutan? Bhutan. Bhutn. We're going to say Bhutan. Bhutan requires government-approved travel package for entry. Mongolia. Remove yurts, nomadic experience, and vast landscapes, making planning challenging. In Ethiopia, Semen Mountains. Hard to reach trekking destinations with limited local infrastructure. Now, I know some of these, I watched a lot of the hiking documentaries. I don't know how some of these guys get out to some of these places where they're climbing these mountains. Crazy. They go out in the middle of nowhere. They fly in these little small towns. It's nothing much going on, and they climb the mountain. If something happened, you don't even have much help. They don't have no hospital, no resources like that. You are on your own. Travel agent can't do nothing for you. They're going to say, hey, you get down there, something happened to you. Let me tell you now, we don't have no hospital down there. You are on your own. Oh, I understand. I hope you understand. Because we don't have nothing to do with it. We're going to book you your flight. But if you do something, you're on your own. So some of these places, some of these people that do all this hiking, all this extreme sports, they go to some wild places. I don't know how they get out there. But they damn sure don't have no travel agent. They get out there on their own. All right, regions with limited tourism and infrastructure, places that you really can't go to. The Kimberley in Australia, a vast wilderness where local guides and special permits are necessary. Namibia, Skeleton Coast, requires 4x4 vehicles, guided tours, and planning. Some extra planning. And, of course, the rainforest. I went to Brazil back in May. I wanted to go to the rainforest, but I realized that's a whole separate trip. You got to go to a whole another side of the country to get to the rainforest. You can't just go out to the rainforest. I thought you could. Nope. Can't just take your ass out to the rainforest. You're going to need some help getting out to there. Bhutan was likely on the show called Most Dangerous Roads. Oh, yes. The show Most Dangerous Roads. If you never watched Most Dangerous Roads, if you got some time on YouTube, type in Most Dangerous Roads. Let me tell you, some people live in some of the most remote, out there places on earth. You think, man, I saw a place, is it in South America? I want to say it's in South America somewhere. They live up in the mountains. They have cables. They have cables between the top of the mountain and down towards the bottom. These people slide down. They get on this little, I don't know, swing, and they just slide down. It's crazy. When I go to break, I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's worth looking at it. These people do some wild stuff. They slide down this little cable, and that's how they travel. If you fall off, that's it. That's it. You're over. You're done. Dunzo. But yes, world's most dangerous road. That's some wild stuff out there. Wild stuff. Namibia. Let's see where Namibia is. Let's take a look and see where Namibia is. I'm not familiar with it. I would like to know. Namibia. That's off the coast of Africa. East coast of Africa. I should know that. I got to get I'm working on getting a geography show together, everybody. We're going to bring some geography to Cheap Not Broke. I believe people do all this traveling around the world, and they don't know where the hell they're going, and they don't know anything about any real geography. So we're going to get back on our geography game, and that's what I'm going to do, because I travel way too much not to be on spot on with my geography. Namibia. And let's take a look at the rainforest, shall we? Let's see where the rainforest is. Brazil. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen with y'all. Bam, here's the rainforest. So the rainforest is right here, and where was that? We were in Rio, so we were down here. Rio de Janeiro is right here, and then we flew into Sao Paulo. So we had to catch, when I did the show about Brazil, we had to catch the bus from here down to here. The rainforest is way up here. That's a whole nother trip. That's a separate trip. You're not about to just get to the dang rainforest. You got to fly. Look how far this is. Let's see. Rainforest of Brazil. Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro to Brazil. How far is it by car? Why can't we do? Hold on. Let me turn off my dang VPN. Over there. If you want to do rainforest, plan accordingly, because it seems like a whole nother separate trip. I don't know how you're going to do that. All right. Why do travel agents help in those cases? They help you get your permits. They know everybody. They know where to call. You don't have to, they got scammers out there. You might call, give your money to the wrong people. You don't want to do that. They got transport. They can help you arrange transportation. And they just know inside stuff that you won't know. So like I said, you need a travel agent when you want to go somewhere remote, or you want to go somewhere where you just need a lot of extra stuff. Some places you need visas, like in Vietnam, we needed a visa plus the passport. Some other places you just need a lot more stuff. China, you want to go to China. If you leave Hong Kong, you need some different stuff to get into mainland China. So, got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's when you're going to do all this traveling. That's when you're going to do all this traveling. You got to make sure you're on your P's and Q's. Now, some places that I showed earlier that were not necessarily, you might just want to call somebody or do your research on YouTube before you go to make sure you're getting the most out of the experience. Because you can go to a place, let's say you go to New York City and you spend all your time in Manhattan. You're kind of wasting a trip. You got so many other places to go. You got Brooklyn. You got Staten Island. You got the Bronx. You got Queens. You got all this, and then you got all these little areas. You got Bushwick in Brooklyn. You got Park Slope in Brooklyn. You got Brighton Beach. You got a lot of places. Bed-Stuy. You got a whole lot of different places in Brooklyn. So if you're just thinking, I'm just going to go to Brooklyn, like Los Angeles, you come to Los Angeles. You got Culver City. You got Compton. Compton's a whole nother city. You got Culver City. You got Santa Monica. You got Hollywood. You got North Hollywood. You got Inglewood. South Bay. You got a lot of different cities. So when you go somewhere, you got to make sure you do all your research because you will miss out. You won't hit all the places you're supposed to hit because you missed out on some stuff. That's not what you want. You got to do your research and make sure you get your bang for your buck, baby. You want to get the bang for your buck. That's what you want to do. All right, and let's see. Why use a travel agent for these trips? Exclusive access. They just might know some stuff that you don't. But make sure you got it in your budget. You don't want to feel like you're getting beat. I would tell you, if you're going to start traveling, go do some travel on your own before you go hire a travel agent. Now, some people hire somebody when you get there. You can hire a guide. You can hire a guide to drive you around. You always hire a tour guide when you go do these excursions. You don't just go do the excursions. You hire somebody. They come pick you up in the van. They take you out there to do the four-wheeling. You'll have lunch, do all that stuff, and drop you off back home. That's cool because I would hate to have to drive driven out there. When I was in Costa Rica, we were supposed to go to a volcano. Volcano was like 3 hours. I'm like, oh no, that's gonna be the whole damn trip. I can't do 3 hours out. The volcano was 3 hours there, 3 hours back, and when you went to the volcano, it might be cloudy. They said, well, it's a chance it might be cloudy. So if it's cloudy, I don't know what you're going to do. I mean, I'm like, what y'all mean? Yep, you get out there, it's clouds. Ain't nothing we can do about that. I'm like, oh, man. So, you check the weather beforehand. It was going to be cloudy. We didn't do it. But I still got it on my bucket list to go see a volcano. I really got to go see a volcano that is on my bucket list. Oh, yeah, last place. Let me show you my last place that I want to go. I want to go out to Easter Island. And let me show you where Easter Island is. Easter Island is off the coast of Chile. It is way out here. Whoa, let me see. Let's go in. Easter Island. It's Easter Island. Is it not? It's off the coast of Chile. Where is it? All right. It's so small. It's out here. It's right off the coast of Chile. You go out from Chile, zoom in. Man, I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Easter Island. Esther Island. It's Esther Island. Esther Island, Chile. Look here, it's real small. That's why I couldn't find it. Yeah, look how small this place is. Super small, but out here they have these heads. They have these stone heads that I'm trying to see. I'm going out there for a reason. Where are the heads? They have Esther Island statues. I'm going out there to see the statues. Yep. Boom. I'm going out there to see these bad boys. This is what I want to go see. They got these huge man-made statues out there. They're all over the island. I want to go see those. This is something that's like a really big on my bucket list to go do and see. And that's something that I'm going to go do. And that's something I'm going to go see. Looking forward to it. So Esther Island is on my bucket list to go see, do, and pick somewhere that you've never been, that you never thought you would go. Go travel, go see the world, go do it. Esther Island is mine. I showed you the Maldives, all the other places. That's just beach. That's boring. And like I said, I'm going to go out there. Probably ain't going to stay the night. I'm heading home. We're going to go out there early in the morning, go do what I got to do. I'm getting on out there. Don't need to be there all day. No, sir. Go back and kick it in Chile. Drop a comment. Where have you been? Have you been to any remote places that anybody hasn't been? Or do you have any places that you want to go? any places that you want to go. Let me know. Where is everybody's travel destinations in 2025? 2024 is almost up. It's December. Matter of fact, everybody, we're going to do our year-end wrap show. We're going to bring some people in. I'm going to try to see if I can let people phone in and call in. If you want to call in, we're working on that right now. But we're going to do our year-end show. But let me know, 2025, where are you going? Where are you traveling to? Where would you like to go? Any places that you just got to go? Hey, you got to go. You got to go when you can. So let me know. Drop a comment right now. We're going to go pay some bills, and we're going to head on to interesting news. It is time for interesting news. My main man, Byron Allen. Byron Allen, I don't know if you know who Byron Allen is. Byron Allen is a comedian. He used to tell jokes. He owns the Weather Channel, and now he owns a big studio out here. I've had the pleasure to work on his show. Did a couple court shows. I was on Judge Maybelline. Was I Judge Maybelline? Yeah, I was on Judge Maybelline. I did Judge Maybelline, and I filmed it on at his studio set. It was a good time. Great guy. I didn't see him there, but it was good. It was a good time. Anyway, Byron Allen, since he owns his own studio, he has his own station. He has his own content. He puts everything out there. He's suing McDonald's for $10 billion. $10 billion with a B. Suing McDonald's for $10 billion. Race discrimination suit heads to trial to close call. A federal judge in California has ruled the media mogul Byron Allen's $10 billion racial lawsuit against McDonald's may proceed. In what District Judge Fernando M. Olegon said, close call, the court found that Allen's claims that the fast food chain engaged in racial stereotyping by not advertising with black-owned media would be best addressed by a jury. At minimum, this type of case where a trial is court permitted, it is discretion to deny or even well-supported motion for summary judgment. It believes that the case will benefit from full hearing. Olegon ruled in a 25-page order. The lawsuit alleges that McDonald's violated federal California civil rights by not deeming. So basically what happened, McDonald's did not want to promote on his channel. They said, no, we're not going to run any ads over there, Negro. No, they didn't say that. But what they said, they didn't want to do it. So you know what? That's against the law. That's federal discrimination. He's taking the court. He's trying to get $10 billion for it. Because I'm guessing, well, if that's money that he could have made, because people have to pay to advertise on there. So I don't know. I mean, I didn't know. Like, I get it. You should be paid. But also, on the flip side of it, like, dang, somebody can make you have to advertise with them. I didn't know that. So we're going to see what finds out. The lawsuit claims Allen and his companies had requested to be clients of McDonald's larger advertising arm, but were regulated to small black agency because Allen is black, which entertainment studios call blatant and presumptuous discrimination. $10 billion. Will he get the $10 billion? I don't know. They never give you all the money, but he might get something. They'll probably settle out of court. We won't know what it is. We won't ever hear about it, but that's what it is. That's what it is. So hopefully Byron Allen get that money. And well, you know what? Big McDonald's does a lot of business with black people. They're always trying to get you to eat the food. Every big black event I go to out here in Los Angeles, McDonald's is a sponsor. They are. Every year at BET Awards, McDonald's is a sponsor. They gave out burgers and fries for free this year. Sure did. District of Columbia is Amazon secretly stopped fast deliveries to 2 predominantly black zip codes. District of Columbia. Boy, they own black people's ass. They are on our ass. The District of Columbia sued Amazon on Wednesday, alleging company secretly stopped providing its faster delivery service residents to 2 predominantly black neighborhoods while still charging millions of dollars in membership and promises to benefit. The complaint filed in the District of Columbia. These people were paying $139 a year or $14.99 per month for fast deliveries, including 1-day, 2-day, and same-day shipments, along with others. But Amazon said, not your black neighborhood. We don't like you Negroes. Y'all be trying to rob us. In 2002, the lawsuit alleges that Seattle-based online retailer imposed what it called delivery exclusion only to low-income zip codes in the district 2019-2020 by beginning to rely exclusively on third-party delivery service such as UPS and U.S. Postal Service rather than its own delivery service. So Amazon is charging tens of thousands of hardworking Ward 7 and Ward 8 residents for expected delivery service it promises, but it does not provide. Hey, that's not good. That is not good. Amazon, and this kind of discrimination is very hard to kind of prove it. I don't know how to get into this and figure this stuff out. I don't know. But do I doubt it? Heck no. I'm pretty sure because, the pizza man didn't even like to come out to certain places. Oh, we have a comment. The most remote places I've been is Tanzania and Zanzibar. I flew from New York to Kenya, then to Zanzibar, and 1.5 hour to ride to my hotel. Zanzibar? Where is Zanzibar? Well, let's go see where Zanzibar is. Everybody, because everybody don't know where Zanzibar is. Shout out to Shauna 5387 going out to Zanzibar. Tanzania going to Zanzibar. Where's Zanzibar? Oh. Zanzibar is rather remote. Look at that. It's a island off of the coast of Africa. Yes, that is. Off the coast of Tanzania, to be exact. Zanzibar. All right. Zanzibar, Tanzania. Beautiful. 129, 627. Inexpensive hotels. That is rather remote. You know the remote place, the most remote place I've ever been? Let me show you the remote place I've ever been. The remote place I've ever been and lived is here. Keflavik, Iceland, ladies and gentlemen. I used to live here for 2.5 years. This is where we lived, me and, my parents. We lived right here in Keflavik, Iceland. Boom, to be exact. Right there, to be exact. This is where we lived, Keflavik, Iceland. And that is the remote place I've been. Rather remote. As you see, there's nothing really out there. You're on an island by yourself, nothing else. And I was there for some years. Had good times. I love living in Iceland. The air is absolutely clean. It gets cold there. It gets extremely cold, but it's a great place to grow up as a kid. Definitely one of the best experiences of my life. Thankful for my parents for giving me an opportunity to live there, and that really shaped who I am and how I live my life. So, but back to the black people, man. The discrimination, and they always do it against people who can't afford to defend themselves, because these people probably can't afford no lawyers to do anything. They're having somebody else sue on their behalf, and these people probably don't even know what the hell is going on. They didn't know Amazon was doing this. They're paying their $139, $14.99, getting discriminated against, just like Byron Allen. They're always discriminating against black people, and that's why it's important for black people. You got to have a lawyer, got to have some representation, and you got to take people to court. You can't just let them screw you over. It happens, and one thing about black people, all our battles have been fought in court, and they will continue to be fought in court. So we have to make sure that we are doing our due diligence and making sure that we are staying on top of things and calling out injustices when you see them and taking people's ass to court. Next story. Let's go. Macy's Brooklyn store could be the next home for family-friendly attractions after sale. Oh, wow. They're selling Macy's in Brooklyn. Everything is on the table. Macy's longtime Brooklyn home could soon be a showplace for experimental retail for companies like Netflix and Amazon. Wait a minute. Macy's has been in this building since 1995 when it replaced the flagship store defunct Abram and Strauss. Yes, I've been to this store. They're going to close it down? Oh, man. So let me give you some insight. So Netflix, they have different kind of stores, and when certain movies come out, they theme the store. So like the Netflix store when what is the name? Not Hunger Games. Oh man, the Korean show where they do all the killing. You know what I'm talking about. When that show come back on, the show will be themed for all that. They'll have all kind of stuff for sale. It'll be like a whole experience. So they're trying to make like a whole interactive experience based off the projects. So I get how that works. Netflix does this. And I guess Universal and Lego. So basically, they're trying to make it an interactive, real experience for you when you go to these movies. So not only can you go to the movie, you can go to these places and really interact with the movie. You know, just it's a place where you can go kind of just experience the movie on a whole nother level and spend your money. And they have like, they'll have like food and some stuff like that. So if there's like food or anything that's real tangible that they can put in the store, they'll do it. Like Gladiator, they might have like Gladiator food in there or something like that, or clothes that you can wear in Gladiator. They'll do that. So it's like a whole interactive live type of experience in the store. That's what they're trying to do. I've been to one out here in LA. It was cool. It was expensive though. It's not something I would go to very often, but I enjoyed it. So I see what they're trying to do. But dang, Macy's is closing down. And like I said, we talked about it. These big box stores can't compete. They're selling their stuff for too much money, and people are buying everything online. That's what's happening. It's no good. All right, everybody. Please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Please hit it for your boy. I need that like button. I need that subscribe button. I need you to hit that because it helps the algorithm. It helps me out a lot. So please hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Please hit that share button. All the buttons. Press all the damn buttons. All the buttons need to be pressed. Okay? Press them all, please. And, so what y'all think? It's our first week in the new spot. What y'all think? I'm going to keep working on this, get the background a little bit better. I'm going to work on getting me a bigger lens so you can see more of the spot and all that. But what y'all think about that? This is a new space. I'm in here. I hope you like it. Like I said, I've been cheap, not broke. I've been in that other space for a long time. Go check out my farewell show if you have not. Go check out my reels. I'm posting reels every day, snippets of the old shows. So if you don't get to watch the whole show, please go back and watch the reel. Please share the reel with everybody else. And make sure you get out and travel a little bit. If you haven't been out in 2025, if you had to stay put, get out and see somewhere. Plan ahead. There's a lot of good places you can go, inexpensive. You can go do a day trip, all kind of stuff you can do. So make sure you go do that. And make sure you go watch my special, Who is Malcolm, on cheapnotbroke.com. Cheapnotbroke.com. Go watch Who is Malcolm. And also go check out my podcast, Cheap Not Broke Podcast, Cheap Champ Podcast on YouTube. I got a lot of good content out there for you guys to watch. Please watch some of it. I make it all for you. I love making the content. I hope you like watching it. Stand-up shows. I got a show in Jacksonville, Florida on December 14th. I will be in Jacksonville, Florida, December 14th, my hometown, Duval. I'll be in Duval, December 14th with my main man, Tez Brooks. We tearing it up, a 2-man show. I'm going to be up there about a good hot 45. So I'm going to be doing about a good 45 minutes when I get home and on December 14th. So make sure y'all come out, check me out. Check out your boy. Do some comedy. I got some new jokes. I'm writing some new jokes now. I got some new shit coming. And go to my stand-up page, Malcolm Hall Comedy. Malcolm Hall Comedy on Instagram. On TikTok and YouTube. I got a second page, Malcolm Hall Comedy. You can watch all my stand-up. I would very much appreciate it if you go over there and watch some of that. And, that's what I got going for everybody, all right? So I appreciate y'all tuning in, rocking with your boy. We're going to be back at it again on Monday. And we're going to be breaking down, I don't know, what are some good Christmas gifts? What should you get some good? I'm going to give you some inexpensive Christmas ideas to help people save some money so you can be creative. So now I want you to spend all your money for Christmas, okay? I want you to have a little money for yourself. So we're going to talk about it on Monday. Inexpensive Christmas ideas, things that don't break the bank and don't bust your ass. You don't want to get your bank broke. You don't want to get the bank broken or your ass bust trying to buy Christmas gifts. All right, everybody? Hey, I'm going to be back on Monday. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a great, safe weekend. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend of a friend of a friend. And remember, cheap, not broke. Live life at your price. Live life at your price. I'll see you all next time. Take care.